What's up guys, welcome back to Seize the Speed for another exciting review, and I am excited and pleased to tell you to the right side of me we have the all-new INEOS Grenadier Quartermaster in the Fieldmaster trim. Let's get into it. Alright, so what the actual heck is this thing? Looks like a Defender, but it is a ground-up company bringing pretty much old-school Defender styling back into 2024 with a modern powertrain that we'll talk about. But let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of what this thing looks like. And if you have ever seen an old Defender, the looks of this truck are undeniably very much a British Defender from back in the day. This is classic British off-roader. We have a winch in the front. We have not only the regular Defender style headlights, but also fog lights into the grille. We have the INEOS logo on the hood. And yes, this thing is going to get dirty in this video. We just took it off of the trail, so stay tuned. You're gonna see this thing doing some crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side profile of this thing. So this is going to be the second INEOS product in the United States. The first one was the Grenadier SUV or the Trailmaster. This is the Quartermaster, so meaning it's going to have a pickup truck bed. Starting MSRP for one of these is right around $86,000. This particular one, since it is the fully loaded version, is right around $110,000, a little under. But let's go ahead and see what all you get with this truck. So in the back, we no longer have, of course, our SUV back storage. Instead, we have a bed, so you can carry items that might not be suited for the interior. You have infinite room. In the INEOS, we have actually room for two spares. So we have two cubbies. One is included with the truck, but you can get another one and put it right there. We have a rack all the way around the bed. We have a two-tone roof. The roof is white on this one, and you do also have little racks on the side that you can add some accessories to. Right on the fender, we have this Union Jack going into the German flag, nodding to the fact that this is special British styling, but also it does indeed suit a German powertrain, and a lot of the engineering comes from there. All good stuff. We'll pop the hood and show you that real quick, but the INEOS wheels are wrapped in BF Goodrich KO2s, one of the best tires in the market. On the side, you see some L tracks where you can utilize to attach some accessories, you know, fuel tanks, things like that. And the INEOS is indeed wired for all kinds of exterior lighting, solar, whatever you want to do with it. Opening the door to the Grenadier, which feels like a bank vault, by the way, to double pop, pull the hood latch, and that should hint to what is under this hood. And here it is. This is a little bit muddy, but this is the BMW B58 powertrain. As you can see, it says Grenadier powered by BMW right on top. And if you're familiar with these motors, this, yes, is the powertrain in BMW 340i, M340i, M240i, X540, anything with a 40 designation, and the Toyota Supra that we all know and love all boast this engine. So yes, BMW apparently is a engine supplier now, and is now in a truck. And it, let me tell you, spoiler alert, moves this behemoth beautifully. It is detuned to 285 horsepower here because yes, it isn't a monster, and we want to have a de-stressed engine in here. And on top of that,
and that's my face when I actually saw the CHF11S written on a little reservoir under the hood. Yes, the INEOS Grenadier indeed does have hydraulic power steering. None of that electronic power steering BS that you guys have heard me complain about over and over again. This actually feels like a truck to drive, and you can feel your wheels connected to the ground and get all the feedback that you need while off-roading. How cool is that?
So one thing I failed to mention, this is a 5-foot bed, so it is not the longest bed, but it will get the job done. And you do not want a crazy overhang on a off-road pickup truck, so good choice on INEOS to do that. But let's just talk about how massive this fuel door is. Pretty interesting. Inside, of course, you will find a BMW fuel door. And it is a recommended 91, 87 minimum. So you can run it on 87, which if you know your BMWs, you can't do that on one of those. Opening the Grenadier bank vault, hopping inside the cabin where we're greeted with a bunch of tactile old school switchgear. So as you can see, first thing that is not very old school is the BMW shift knob, proudly presented right there. And yes folks, this is the ZF8 and it is a great choice by INEOS to attach this to the B58. It is one of the greatest automatic transmissions on the market, and it handles even off-roading pretty well. If you can take a look at this switchgear right here, they all have actual hardware inside, which looks pretty cool. Your hazard is covered by these little bars. Very aerospace inspired interior overall. We have our low range 4x4. This is a full-time four-wheel drive vehicle, so you can lock it and put it in low with your center lock low range. And let's go up here to show you some more stuff. So you have even a 500 amp auxiliary, but a bunch of other ones. These can be optioned with a secondary battery to run your switchgear. Off-road mode, and this you can turn on if you're going in deep water to turn off fans and other things around the engine bay that might damage the motor. Right here, it gives you the dimensions of your vehicle, so if you're ever worried about making it through a small opening, you can cheat right there. Right next to it, the very important front and rear locker on this car. Yes, INEOS Grenadier does come with solid front and rear axles that are both lockable. Pretty sweet. We did not use them, spoiler, because we don't need them, to be honest. You really got to get in some really deep trouble to need that in the Grenadier. The solid front axle really takes care of you all over the place. And right next to it, we have the double popping sunroofs that are manual, and you can actually pop them all the way out, kind of Jeep style, to go for a open-ish roof experience, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat of the Quartermaster. All right, to the back seat, and God, I got to do that again. These doors are super solid, and that's because they are watertight. You can actually weight up to 33 inches, which is right around here, your tire's height. So pretty impressive. Before I hop in, all the seats in the INEOS Grenadier are indeed Recaros, which is also a pretty good mention. The front seats are manual, but it just adds to the simplicity of this interior. Less things to break on your rugged off-roader, right? And the door comes to a close. These seats are pretty upright, of course, like the old school Defenders, where this is a pretty square-shaped vehicle. So not a whole lot of room back here, but it's definitely decent enough for an off-road trip with all your friends. It isn't, you know, the lap of luxury, but it provides a pretty good space to go on an adventure with a group of friends. And on top of that, we do have vents for the individuals in the back seat. It seems more of a four-seater vehicle since there is no legroom over here because of all the running gear, of course, in this thing. It's a big truck after all. And we do also have USB-C charging ports. So a little bit of convenience for the backseat passengers. So the Grenadier Quartermaster, we have Grenadier embossed in the tailgate, INEOS logo right there, and you can see the hitch right there. This vehicle is indeed capable of towing 7,700 pounds, and you can see a little bit of red popping over here. Let's come to the side and take a look at the frame. You can see a little bit of red popping, but if this vehicle was clean before we actually gave it a mud bath, you could see that it has an entirely coated frame. This particular one has it in red. You have three color options. You can get the black as standard or opt for the red, which actually is for the Halo Trust. That is an organization that helps find landmines all around Europe and remove them. Or you can get it in gray, which is for a rhino orphanage. So if you want to help rhinos have a better life, you can get a gray color coded frame on INEOS. So, INEOS Grenadier Quartermaster, we are going to attempt our first hill climb. And this is my first time driving INEOS, and what better way to do that? So, see how this thing handles up the hill. You're just in 4 high, no lockers. Oh wow. Solid axles, baby. Drive over whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and take the Quartermaster over some washboards. see how it does. Easy peasy. It's a very confidence-inspiring drive. Solid feeling vehicle. Everything feels very well put together. Those solid front axles do give you a good bit of feedback into your steering. Alright, going over a little bit of a steep hill. Now this is the truck version, so you do have a little bit of overhang. Let's see how it does it. The cone. Wait for the drop. Easy. Getting some angle. Alright. Couple humps. Cool, let's go ahead and get some angle. We are in off-road mode, and on the screen I can actually see my inclinometer, so I can see how many degrees I'm gonna get this thing on its side. There we go. Buttery smooth straight 6. Gotta love it. Alright, let's go ahead and take this thing onto some slightly larger rocks and see how it does. Woo! Little bit of boost and we're through. Beautiful. We did not need a locker or low range to do that, folks. That's crazy. Dude, I need one of these.
You need one of these?
I need one of these.
You just need a Tacoma.
I just need a Tacoma?
This is a BMW, man.
Have you seen what I drive?
BMWs though, so I can't do otherwise.
Alright, don't get wet.
Go for it.
And through the puddle we go. What a car. Or a truck. Whatever you want to call it. This is the Defender we've been missing, folks. I'm glad that INEOS brought this chassis, this look, the old classic British off-roader, back to the market, along with a beautiful German powertrain. That is indeed one of my favorite powertrains to exist in the market right now. Yes, BMW is now an engine supplier and they're doing pretty good at it. So the INEOS Grenadier comes with the B58, making 285 horsepower. It is the same B58 out of the Supra, but tuned differently for handling off-roading and, you know, being a little more detuned to not be as stressed as it is on those cars. But it still has mounds of torque and carries this behemoth of a car very well. And of course it is attached to one of my favorite transmissions, or automatic transmissions of all time, the ZF8 Speed. One cool little Easter egg on the INEOS, you have of course your regular horn, which is pretty aggressive, but you know, if you want to be nice to the cyclists on the road and gently remind them that this behemoth is behind them. And that's the INEOS Grenadier Quartermaster. So practically the pickup truck version of the very well-loved Trailmaster that we already had in the United States. There aren't too many of these out here, folks, so I would like to send a special thank you to INEOS for letting me review this for you guys. Let me know what else you want to see. If you want to see us do more with these vehicles, I would like to hear about that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not for more special reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace out, and I'm out.